Say cheers. It's a holiday party. La 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 la. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a holiday party. La 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 la. Get together. It's a holiday party. Now's the time to come alive. Turn it up and get loud. Red and white, feeling right. There's no stopping us now. You know what to do. Just get lost in the groove. It's almost time, let's make a move. Santa's on his way. So let's dance the night away. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. Get together. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. It's a holiday party. My sugar plum, we ain't done. We got more on the list. Just let it snow under mistletoe. Leaning close for a kiss. I got something for you that's gonna make you move. Get lost with me in the groove. Santa's on his way. Santa's on his way. So let's dance the night away. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. Get together. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. It's a holiday party. We feel alright. It's everybody on this Christmas morning. It's so bright. We feel alright. It's everybody on this Christmas morning. La, 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 la. Feel the love, feel the love. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. Get together. Get together. It's a holiday party. La, 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 la. It's a holiday party. La, la, la. It's a holiday party.
Don't want a lot for Christmas. There is just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true. All I want for
Yo! What's up, everyone? Happy Saturday. Live stream is back. Patrick, do you remember how to do all this?
No.
We're gonna figure it out. We're gonna figure it out.
Because I don't do anything.
Yeah, that's
Just sit here.
That's true. That's true. I was the stressed one before the stream. I'm like, please let everything work. But yeah, shout out to everyone for the little Mariah Carey video we did during the intro. Shout out to everyone that participated in that. We had 19 folks in it, which was crazy. So thank you so much for all of that. It was really fun. Took a lot to put it together. Actually, this morning, it took me another hour and a half. I came up with an idea, and it worked out. So it was good.
Martha, I just got to say,
Martha was over the top.
Martha
and the
and the
Grinch.
Grinch.
Yeah. Chatmaster C is the Grinch.
Martha and the Grinch.
Those were the two winners of the...
Everybody was great. Everybody was great. But
wow. I don't know, that Patrick guy. I don't know.
He was not. He was not.
Patrick called me up because he saw the video that I did, and he's like, how did you know all the words? I'm like, I have a teleprompter, man. He's like, oh, yeah.
And he said, you do too.
Yeah,
like,
you got the same thing. Oh, my gosh. So, it's so good to be back, seeing everyone in the chat. I love it. We have missed it. Yeah, it's just amazing. So I've been seeing some of the super chats coming across. Thank you so much. Of note, this is a donation stream, so any super chat or super sticker that you give, that's going to go to ASPCA, which helps animals, abused animals and lost animals, things like that. So we're going to do that for the end of the year, and at the end of the stream, Gynacube will do a donation also based on the It Depends jar. So for every time we say it depends, $1 goes in the jar. Kevin, I hope you have a number for us
80.
Because it's been a bit.
$80.
Yeah.
$80.
So, yeah. Oh dear. Yes, Matthew. I love that.
Everything's going to be, it depends. So just letting you know, Adam.
Everything. All right. So some housekeeping. First off, not first off, because we've already done a few things, but shout out to all the members of Gynacube. You help us do what we do. So thank you very much for that. I know we've been kind of like out of pocket for a few months, both on regular videos and live streams, but we're back. We've been doing regular videos this month. This is the only live stream. This is the only live stream in December. We'll be back doing live streams in January. So get ready for all of that stuff. But if you want to learn more about being a member, check out the link on the screen or the join button down below to learn more. No commitment required. If you see folks in the chat with a green name or a Gynacube logo next to their name, those are members of Gynacube. So thank you so much. And also thank you for just hanging out with us and sticking with us during an interesting couple of months. Yeah. So also, just a heads up, we have FabCon Vegas is coming up. At the end of March into April. Early bird pricing was extended till the end of the year, so you can still get early bird pricing. Also, if you do Cube 200, you get an additional $200 off on the early bird pricing. My understanding is we're the only ones with, I think there is 2 other codes I know that have $200 off, but there's special codes for specific things. So the Cube 200 is going to get you the most off from a discount of the conference, so definitely take advantage of it and go forth, and hope to see you in Vegas. It's going to be fun. All right. So let's get through the rules so we can start queuing up the questions, and then we'll take a brief minute to just celebrate 10 years of Gynacube. So rule number 1, please put Q: in front of the question. Chatmaster C is standing by to get those queued up. We will get through as many as we can. We don't get through all the questions. And so just be aware of that. Come back next time if we didn't get it. And then rule number 2, please do not spam your question. Please do not spam your question. One time is all you need. Chatmaster C will get it in the queue. In the queue. So it's just a question of whether we can get to it or not. We have a 3 strikes rule in Gynacube. If you spam it more than 3 times, you will get put into a timeout by either Chatmaster C or one of our other moderators, except for Patrick. So don't do that. Rule number 3, members, please hold your questions until the halfway mark. Chatmaster C will give you the signal to put them in the queue. We will get to those. If for some reason, I know it's been a bit on the live streams, and so if by chance we don't have enough member questions, we'll kick back over to open chat, and we'll just roll with it. So excellent. All right, Patrick, before we get into those questions, man, 10 years. December 4th was 2014, that's 20 years, right? That's 20 years.
That's not right math.
That's not right math. So, yeah. December 4th, 2014. So it's been 10 years. That was the first upload of Guy in a Cube. We've been doing it for a long time. What do you remember? Like, you came on about a year and a half, 2 years into the journey.
I'm going to tell you what I remember the most. When you called me and said, hey, you should do Guy in the Cube. And I was like, nope.
You said no.
Nope.
That was a hard no.
Doing that.
That wasn't a slow yes. That was a fast no.
I was like, no, I don't do videos, man. I don't do videos. I'm a stage person. I like the audience. I like the crowd. Please don't ask me to do videos. And they were really bad at first. That's what I remember.
They were really bad.
Matthew, you're right. Patrick's answer is always nope. You can convince me, but I will say nope at first. They were really bad. But I remember the progression. That's one of the things I remember that's the thing that sticks in my head the most about our journey is, especially, from when I joined, it was just like, it was bad. It was worse. Then it got a little better. Then you stopped editing my videos, and it got
way better
after that.
So, 2020, September 2020, we brought on a video editor, and it's just been it took it to another level.
Yeah. And then we struggled a little bit recently in some areas of our own, and people are complaining about my sound. And yet, is Patrick sitting? Yes, there's been some drastic changes.
Yes.
In Patrick's life, but still here, still going. And we'll make it through it, and it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing. Yeah, the videos are way better now. The videos are way better now.
Oh my gosh. They are better. They are better.
Yeah.
So it was the thing I've enjoyed too is just watching the community grow and just bringing people together. The things we hear about people and like how they've progressed in their career because of the channel and whatnot. Like that's why we do it. Just helping people out and doing it for the community and just seeing everyone come together. Like all the folks in the live stream today. Like this is a testament to the journey. So thank you for that. All right. What do you say? Oh, all right. So get your questions in. The queue is very light. So if we don't have questions, then we'll just I don't know, bloviate on things.
We'll talk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bloviate.
Yeah, bloviate.
Word of the day. It's his word of the day.
I got lots of words.
All right, enough of all this talking.
Yeah, let's get to the queue. Yeah, we only got 2 questions right now, so definitely get them in if you've got something. I know it's been a bit and people don't even remember how to ask questions. I get it. It can be Power BI, it can be Fabric, it can be whatever.
Please just Power BI. Please just Power BI today. Let's
you don't want any SQL?
Power BI.
You don't want SQL?
Let's go Power BI today.
All right. Can you define that word, Kevin? Basically, anytime Adam talks. All right, here we go. Prachi's got a question here. How to set up automatically Lakehouse backup, Lakehouse final delta tables?
So with I know we have disaster recovery built into Fabric with all the things and all the nines and everything like that. But when I think about a warehouse or a lake house, I don't think there's a way to back up a lake house today. But I would put it on because it's the schema that I'm really concerned about. The data usually comes from somewhere, and I can reload the lake house. I know that's a lot of work, but the schema and all the functionality around loading the lake house is, when I think about it, is really important. So I would make sure it's under version control, or you have all that somewhere stored in Git. So if a disaster does happen, you can quickly get all that schema back and just start running your process to get the lake house loaded. I don't know Mark is saying he's working on a solution to back up the Delta tables in the Lakehouse. I don't think there's anything built in the fabric. And if it is, that's just something I don't know about. Tell me, I'll do a video on it. But I don't think there's anything built in to back it up.
So so first off, are you saying it depends?
Oh yeah, it depends. It depends.
Well, and I think you've got the schema from the Git perspective, and then from a data perspective. Oh, look at all those ones. From a data perspective, you've got OneLake, right? You can just copy those Parquet files out somewhere, right, as a backup, and then you've got that. So.
Yeah, I guess so. But how do you get it all back in place?
I know.
You know?
I know.
So
it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it depends.
Yeah. It depends.
So I will also say, like, if that is something that's important to you, also go to ideas.powerbi.microsoft.com, and I'm sure there's an item out there for it.
But
if that works.
But I mean, there's no backup for it right now, right? There's nothing built in the fabric. I'm not missing anything.
No.
Okay.
No.
Oh, Mark says AZ copy. Oh yeah, I guess so, because it's just But it's just ADLS Gen 2, right? So,
but that goes to my first point. But to your point, well, how do you get it all back up and, like, you know? So
you just got to remember it. You got to remember it.
Yeah.
All right, you can't be direct query. You need to be import.
All right. Okay. Let's see here. Going to Sanjay. Can we use Azure Data Factory NPM package to do CI/CD for Data Factory and Fabric? I'm going to say no.
Yeah. No.
So, because I don't know that that's been updated to align with Fabric, and I don't know that Fabric will respect all that. There are differences in terms of endpoints and things of that nature. So I'm going to say no on that. It's not even an it depends.
I'm still going to say it depends.
Sure.
Okay. It depends.
Yeah. All right. But yeah, no. That's going to be a no. Mirror it. Can you mirror a pipeline? I know you can represent Azure Data Factory pipelines within inside of Fabric. I guess that's what you mean by. Yeah. So. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna try and pronounce this name. I don't know if I'm gonna get it right. Magic. So Azure Map Reference Layer from web-hosted GeoJSON. But I don't want my file to be publicly available. Any idea how to host it? Only Power BI service, or better yet, my report can access it. That's a Patrick question.
But I don't. But because for the service to get it, it needs to be available.
Yeah.
For the service to get it, I don't know. I don't know if you can do that.
Yeah. So I'm going to say there's
another it depends.
Sure. But I don't think there's a way to make that to where it's not just available. So yeah, ideas.fabric.microsoft.com. But also
talking to Amanda about this too.
The other thing I don't know also is the challenge on the Azure side of it or on the Power BI side of it. Might be on the Azure side of it. I don't know. So because they're two different things, and we're leveraging that from a Power BI side of it. So it could be on the Azure side, not the Power BI side, but it's definitely something the Power BI team could investigate and try and figure out. So yeah. All right. Loretta. Hello, Loretta. What is the latest news on Power BI? We've got dark mode in Power BI Desktop. Oh my gosh. It's amazing. It's Patrick's favorite feature.
You know what's pretty cool about Power BI lately that I started looking at? I'm going to be honest with you. Org apps. Yes, org apps are amazing.
Yep.
Because now you can do lots of things. But I was looking at the latest updates because I did one of them recently, and I was reading through it. I didn't realize there were like 18 different types of slicers.
Yeah.
Oh my God. There's so many different types of slicers. You could do all these things with them except for set a default. But they're nice. There's lots of them. There's lots of different slices.
Yeah.
The DAX query view, I know it's old, but it's new.
When there's been a lot of updates, it's old but new. It's like when they did the paginated report visual in Power BI. Like, oh, paginated reports is new, but it's old. So, but like also, there's been a ton of updates on the Copilot side too. Copilot's come a really long way for Power BI. So, yeah. Patrick does love dark mode though. Carey, he might be exaggerating a little bit. There's not 18, but it seems like there's a new one every month. So, and then of course,
no, it's not that many. I think it's 4. I think it's 4. Right?
Yeah,
I think it's 4.
Yeah. But desktop also is getting a lot of like capabilities in there as well, and so between the
it's coming. There's some good stuff that's coming.
Yeah.
It's good stuff that's coming.
So
with it.
Excellent. All right. Fernando asked, do you know how many submissions they got for FabCon? I don't know. A lot.
I don't know.
So
a lot.
I'm assuming you're meeting on speaker submissions. So there's going to be a lot of speaker submissions. So everybody wants to go to FabCon.
I think
this is why you should go register for FabCon and use the Cube 200 code, because there's going to be a lot of people. Everyone wants to go to FabCon, so make sure you get in. Yeah. Like that plug. That was a good plug.
No, you got to go to FabCon. I got a plug.
Right.
You want to learn about Direct Lake? Got a workshop. Come.
You got a workshop?
Yeah. I got a workshop.
You know who doesn't have to do anything for that workshop?
You want to learn about Direct Lake, you got to come to this workshop. Yeah. It's going to be crazy.
There is going to be a lot of people at FabCon, so you definitely want to go. And if you did submit sessions, thank you so much.
Yes.
Really love that. All right. Nicholas. Oh, Johnny, no FabCon. You're going to be missed. All right. Nicholas. Is there an easy way to switch a model from import mode to live connect on a data set in the service? So
watch my video.
You just did a video and it referenced the previous videos. Well, but so your latest video was about Direct Lake, but it did talk about the general ways for how you can reassociate a report to a different data set. Yeah.
I got 3 videos. Use the REST API. Go on the desktop, or if you're using Fabric and you can run Python, you can spin up an F2 really easy, and then the notebook that I don't think I included in the link will actually allow you to.
When I saw it, I'm like, I don't have the notebook.
Rebind all your reports from one semantic model to another semantic model. And look, I didn't say data set. I used the correct term. Semantic model, Adam.
Yeah, it's a data set.
It's not a data set anymore. It's a semantic model.
It'll always be a data set in my heart.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it's
Oh man, I see a good question coming up. I see a good one coming up.
All right. Oh no, I saw it too. Oh no. Oh no. That may or may not have been a question we've been asking a lot. All right, Peter, we gotta go through questions to get to that one because there's a bunch in the queue now. All right, Peter, can I use a Fabric Lakehouse for data updated monthly? Publish Power BI reports import mode to a non-Fabric workspace and pause the Fabric workspace to save cost. Technically, that should work.
Oh wait. Oh, import mode.
Yeah. So if you have the import model in another workspace, have the lakehouse in one workspace, and you just import the data and then shut down the capacity running the lake, technically that will work.
If it's imported.
You just spin up the capacity when you go to refresh.
Yeah. Oh man, that's good.
Technically will work. That's Peter.
Oh, Peter, that's a good one. Oh, it depends. It depends, Peter.
Okay. So Nicholson, I think I said Nicholas, but Peter Nicholson. Yeah. So, but technically that should work. Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, we can mirror. We announced mirroring with Oracle, Johnny. Get on the train, man. Oracle everything.
I'm saying, does anybody Oracle though?
Yeah.
Choose Oracle.
Yeah. I don't know. All right. Ben. Fact is split in 2 tables over 500 million records. Why'd you split the fact table if it's only 50 million? Sorry, 50 million, not 500 million. In each in the database. Data flow is not able to join these two. Oh, that's a disaster waiting to happen. Simply times out, yes. Able to do that in the data set, and see, he said data set, and the DB. Any trick to get this done in data flow?
It depends.
Does it?
Peter, I'm kidding. Peter, wait, let's go back. Peter goes, what does it depend on? It doesn't depend, Peter. You're right. It's just every question I'm doing.
We're just doing that
That's
for the
all.
stream. We're saying it depends on everything.
Yeah. It does not. Look, Alex.
It does
Alex
not
is like,
depend.
it does not depend.
So all right. I'll throw up Alex's thing because he did the direct answer, and I'm gonna say just don't do that at all. So he said use table.join as opposed to table.nestedjoin, and that should perform better. So you can do that from a Power Query perspective. But I'm gonna take a step back. Why? Why? First off, I've got 2 why questions. First off, why is your fact table split into 2 different tables? It's only 50 million rows. Like, that's not a lot of data from my perspective. So can we just have one
I'm
fact
sure
table?
there's a reason.
So that's one thing. The other thing is, can we not do a view on the database and just pull from the view? Why can't we do it in a view? So to harness Matthew Roach is data transformation should be performed as far upstream as possible and as far downstream as necessary. Push it back to the source. Can we do a view and then just point data flow to the view? So yeah, like the view would be, and then you just eliminate the Power Query.
Maybe they can't
piece.
create a view. Maybe they can't create.
I know,
a view.
but like doing the view or doing it in Power Query, you're potentially introducing a lot of overhead, and you got to make sure that that's folding too.
But if I do a native query and enable folding, I can do that too.
Well, but then you just do and do it in a SQL query. So this one truly is, and it depends. Like, what are your options? But first off, don't do it in the data set. I would argue don't do it in Power Query. Create the view, and or just create one fact table. Like, why do we have 2 fact tables? So that's another piece of it. So
They probably don't. The person probably doesn't have control over all the back
I know,
end stuff.
I know, but those are all things I would push on. Thomas, do a union in t-sql for the view.
Alex is still pushing table.join.
I know, technically it works, but like, why? Why?
Hey, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So, all right, cool.
Union all, because if you use a
in the
union,
view.
a union that's going to distinct. No, don't do a union.
Oh, yeah,
don't do a union. Somebody
Union
said
all.
union, and Johnny's
Yeah,
right.
union all.
Do a union all because that union's going to do a distinct, and it's going to be terribly slow.
Yeah. True enough.
Yeah.
True enough.
Yeah.
All right. We do it on time. All right. Srikanth. Let's go. Can we embed Power BI reports which developed on top of a lakehouse model, live model? Well, it's Direct Lake. Able to embed reports which developed on the model that is developing. That's a lot of develops. Using SQL endpoint. Wait. So we're not doing. Are you doing direct query to the SQL endpoint on the lakehouse? SQL Analytics endpoint? I wouldn't do that. Like, can you do direct?
I don't know,
lake?
but you can.
You can embed the
able to do
report.
it. Yeah,
Be
you
able
can
to
embed
embed the report. That should work.
Oh,
All right.
Direct Lake models are not supported for
It's
custom
coming.
embed. It's coming.
Well, okay. So then my question is: are you doing direct lake, or are you actually just doing a direct query against the SQL Analytics endpoint?
Or are they using the endpoint to import?
Yeah. So if you're not doing direct lake, it'll work. If you are doing direct lake, it's coming soon. Can't tell you like when is soon, but soon. Yeah. Thank you, Alex. Things that should just work. All right, Carlos. Any plans to move Power BI themes to use CSS instead of JSON? CSS is widely used for layout and color handling. JSON doesn't even support comments. No, not to my knowledge. ideas.fabric.microsoft.com.
It depends on if you can get enough votes on ideas.fabric.com. It depends.
I love that. True enough. True enough. True enough. True enough. That's funny. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, Philip.
That's all the coffee I've been drinking this morning.
Yeah. Is there an easier way to create pop-up messages for all pages of your report without having to create a bookmark on each page? No.
Wait.
So using bookmarks to do a pop-up, but you want to. So he wants to do a pop-up on each page, but the bookmarks, because the elements that you've got aligned to the bookmark are on the individual page, and so you can do.
Why do I need?
Go ahead.
But what's the pop-up doing? Because I did a video on this. I did a video of doing a pop-up, but you can use. Yeah, what does the pop-up do? That's what I want to know.
Well, but even technically though, like, it's not going to work on all pages. Like, you have to have the bookmark. So I wonder. So one thing I haven't tried, because you can do in the bookmark, you can say selective visuals. I gotta believe this will not work. But like, if I went on each page and selected the video, it pops up. It's like a pop-up storybook. So, all right. Anyway, so one thing I would try is, like, on each page, like, select the visual, and then on the bookmark do selective visuals and update the bookmark. But I gotta believe that's not gonna work because it's gonna be page specific. So,
well, but with the new, it shouldn't be that hard anyway, though, because if you put it in a new report format, put it in Git, then you make it on one page, and you can copy it across all of them. Boom, there it goes.
That's true too. But you still have separate bookmarks for each one.
Absolutely, you do.
Yeah. So I don't personally think you're going to get away from multiple bookmarks. All right, Patrick. Here's your question. Why use Fabric Data Warehouse now that we have Fabric SQL, or when to use Warehouse versus SQL?
I have that question. I have the same question.
We have the same
it's
question.
Interesting. But you know, we've conversated. We've had conversations about this. We've bloviated on this. Like, we had some very long conversations. And scale. Right? Some scale here. Look at Mark. Mark's like, what are you doing? Right? Scale. And you know, the SQL database, if we think about the SQL database in its truest form, right, it is really meant for operational things, and the warehouse is meant for larger batch types of things.
Yeah. So are you doing individual, like, inserts, selects, things of that nature, or updates, deletes, versus batch processing? Scale is one thing. Data warehouse should handle a lot more scale than database. It depends.
Data volumes, right? Because people, when they're building their warehouse, we're talking about very large volumes of data. You can think of some customers.
All right, so let me throw this out to you, Patrick. Going back to the previous question.
It depends.
Oh, it's absolutely.
This is definitely it depends.
So I've got 50 million rows in a fact table. What item would I choose in Fabric to host that?
Please don't ask me that question. Please don't. It depends. It depends.
Does it? With 50 million rows, it depends?
It depends. It depends. Right? It depends on, you know, how big do I think this is going to grow? What's the rate of growth of this? I'm good at answering these types of questions, Adam. It depends on the rate of growth, right? Because I may start with 50 million, but by the end of the year, I might be at 6 terabytes of data, because I'm just a highly transactional organization, and I will need a data warehouse for that.
My takeaway is Patrick is just highly transactional.
If it grows fast, you need a data warehouse. If it grows fast, you're going to need a data warehouse. Thank you, Bernard.
Yeah.
Thank you for backing me up on this, man. Yes. If it grows fast,
maybe.
I haven't kicked the tires on the database yet. To be fair, also, right? I need to go. Mark's like, I'm buying it. Let me go. I really, really need to go because I've only done some transactional things. I haven't tried to build a data warehouse, a very large data warehouse.
So
against
another
the
thing to
SQL database
consider
here.
today versus the, just the ethereal tomorrow, like not saying actually tomorrow, but like in the future, like there are some limitations on warehouse side that don't exist on the database side, but the warehouse team is absolutely working on getting stuff in there. So the example I always throw out there is identity columns. But the team's working on it. But then you throw in the mix too of lakehouse versus warehouse versus database. So it's an interesting debate, and I think as more adoption happens and we actually see some of those large data volumes, you're going to see patterns emerge. And guidance associated with that. So,
Man, there's some questions there. There's some comments going on.
Yeah. I don't talk about data marts, Alex. Don't talk about data marts. All right.
He chose violence. Alex chose violence.
Yeah. All right. So I see that we are at the halfway mark. I don't know. Did Chatmaster see? She didn't.
She cleared the queue.
She did not.
I thought she said she cleared the queue.
I'm looking at the queue.
Oh.
She did clear
She
the
did
queue.
say
All
she
right.
did.
Yeah. It did. All right.
Oh,
I
you
was
don't
looking for the
believe me.
green
You don't
dot. I
believe
didn't
me.
see the green dot. That's why. And that's because we lost the... Anyway. Yeah, there you go. Thank you. All right, so members, get your questions in. We're going to go over to the halfway mark now. So this is going to be member-only chat. So members and moderators will be able to participate in the chat. Everyone else can still watch the stream, learn the knowledge, but will not be able to participate in the chat. Super chats always take priority, so if you do have a burning question we didn't get to, be sure to do a super chat. When you do the super chat, make sure you type in the question. And super chats always jump the queue, so that'll be answered immediately. So with that, let's go over. And also, if you want to learn more about becoming a member, I'm dropping the link in the chat, so you can go ahead and where is it? Place pinned. You can go ahead and click the link or hit the join button to learn more. Again, no commitment required. But thank you so much for checking it out. And let's go. Member only chat is on. And so, like I said, if we don't get enough member questions, we'll kick back over to open chat and just continue the dialogue. All right, Donald in with the first question. Oh no. Metric sets, just the start. Seems underwhelming at present. I was hoping for a composite model type functionality. So say we all. Ideas.fabric.microsoft.com.
Yeah. Donald, I actually started trying to do it, and it's interesting, and I like the concept, and I like the idea.
Yes.
But I do think it's early in it, and so it depends.
And it's still public preview also, so it's not.
Yeah, it's still preview.
They're still working on it. I know they've got a lot of plans for it, so you're going to see improvements on it.
I think it's going to get better.
Blake said GCC. Yeah, sorry, we don't talk about GCC.
Oh, there's some GC.
Cloud.
There's a question.
That's U.S. government cloud, for those that don't know what that is, where Fabric does not exist today. Yes, Mark, that was a Battlestar Galactica reference. All right. So the metric sets, it's a little limited right now, but the vision, I agree with Patrick. I think the vision is interesting. And we'll see where it goes, but definitely get your feedback in. I know the team is definitely looking at it. All right. So Blake, and I see Alex jumping in the chat already with it. Any love coming to Government Cloud in 2025? We'd love to see Fabric. So I'm going to say it depends, Patrick. Because when you say government cloud, and I know you said GCC in the chat, but in the question you didn't specify GCC. There are multiple government clouds on the U.S. side. So there's GCC, there's GCC High, there's Defense Department. And so GCC itself is going to lag a little bit. GCC High and Defense Department, I think, will come first. And so keep the feedback coming in. The team is very well aware of it. Dan English on the CAT team has been pushing for GCC. He's aligned to like federal customers, and so the team wants to do it. The challenges with GCC is because of how it's architected from an Azure perspective, and it's kind of a split between commercial and GCC, and so that introduces challenges when putting features out there. So there are some dependencies there that got to get fixed. Uh-oh, Patrick froze. I don't know what Patrick did. All right, we'll keep going though. He did something and now he's frozen. Oh, there he's back.
I'm back.
You're back.
Yeah.
What happened there?
What? I don't know.
Okay.
Hey, what's so high about GCC high?
Oh, jeez.
That's a question. I just saw that. What's so high about it?
It's higher security, so it's think more.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you, Adam, for clearing that up for us.
Yes, so think more
Thank
like
you.
confidential related stuff, like more so than regular GCC. So.
Oh my God, Matthew.
Oh my! I was waiting for that. Oh my gosh! Oh no! Why, Patrick? Why?
I didn't ask the question.
You knew that was inevitable that would happen. Come on. It's higher security, high sec. Actually, high sec would be a better than just high. Okay. 2 congressmen go to a club and no, I'm just.
Oh my God.
All right, here we go. Do you think Fabric is mature enough for a large-scale data warehouse project? Patrick is saying it depends.
It depends on if you try it. It depends on if you try it.
I think it is.
I think it is. All seriousness. Yeah. I think it's ready. I think it's ready to go. People complain about identities, people complain about merges and things like that, but there's ways to work around those things, and if you're a purist, a data warehouse purist, like most people who develop data warehouse, you need identity columns for surrogate keys. You need to do upserts, right? You need to do things like that. And so if you use the workarounds, absolutely.
Yes.
You can do it.
Yeah, and to Matthew's point, like there are a lot of customers that have been using Azure Synapse Analytics, and they're in migration works right now, moving that. And these are large enterprise customers moving over to Warehouse. And I've been on a couple of those calls where they're saying, "Look, performance is good."
Yeah, it's good.
So
what you won't believe is like the direct query performance, just going directly to it without importing, without going direct, like just querying it. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I'm impressed.
Yeah. All right. Peter Daniels. Is identity on the way for data warehouse timing ballpark? So we can't comment on the timing, but my understanding is the team is working on it. Mark Pressmere is in the chat. He can confirm. And if he wants to talk about any timing things that he knows about, he is welcome to. I will defer to him on that. But yes, it is coming.
He just said
and
yes,
he just said it's coming. Yeah. So
it's coming.
They have to do it now because database has it.
Yeah. You chose violence.
I'm just saying.
This one.
I'm just saying. Yeah. All right. Toma. I love this question. This is an old school question. Why does username function return email? This is an absolute. It depends. And so there's 2 different DAX functions. There's username, and then there's user principal name. And so when you actually see an identity name, you'll see it as, it looks like an email address, but it's actually a user principal name from an Entra ID perspective or Azure Active Directory perspective. And so if you do this inside of desktop, username will actually give you back what's referred to as the SAM name. And that's where you see the normal domain/username. Whereas if you do user principal name inside of Power BI Desktop, that shows you what looks like an email address, but it's the user principal name. When you publish it to the service, Azure Active Directory has no concept of the SAM name. It's only the user principal name. Whereas local Active Directory actually has that. Wait.
Yes, that's what I was thinking.
Oh man, I love this sound. This is a great question.
He's so excited.
I got a video on this too.
Matthew, he's so excited about this.
I got a video on this. This is an excellent topic. All Maybe they updated desktop then. I don't know. But but the challenge we had in desktop, Toma, was that before it was confusing because people would go off a username, they publish it to the service, and then it would break because they just return the email address. So the fact that if they're both returning the user principal name now, that's actually a good thing because that's what it's going to be in the service. So just roll with it. But yeah. So, yes, yes, Kerberos. Oh my gosh, sorry, that was a moment for me.
You were so excited. Excited.
That was a me question. That was not a Patrick question, but it's absolutely an it depends question. Yeah. All right. Marco. All right, Marco's trolling a little bit. How many votes do we need to get for Fabric per user license suggested on ideas.fabric.microsoft.com? It depends, I guess. So
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm just gonna say it depends. Yeah. I don't know, Marco.
Yeah.
You
need a Mirror's vote. True story. And I mean, there's a lot that goes into that too, just from a business desk perspective and whatnot. So, but like, keep the feedback coming in. Honestly, I will tell you, just to be very transparent, premium per user actually really came about because the community was so vocal on it. Like that was probably the biggest reason it came. So definitely keep the feedback coming. Votes are weighted, not counted. Yeah. So just keep being vocal about it. If that's something you really feel you need. The other thing I'll say on that too, though, I did watch some of the conversations. I know Alex and Marco were on the Twitters or X, whatever you want to call it. Everyone's changing the name of things, and I like the old names. There were good discussions about, well, what do you want with that? Like, what is the actual business need, and like, what would satisfy you on that front? Because there's different opinions on that. So, I know Marco's slant was more on like a developer type, or just an individual like piece of it. So, but anyway, get your feedback in, and keep pushing. Damu, what just happened? Come on. There it is. Is Power BI going to be renamed as Fabric BI? No. Power BI is Power BI.
It depends.
It doesn't actually depend, but yes, it depends.
It depends.
So, sure.
No, I can't imagine they would change it.
No. All right, Johnny. Using Bring Your Own Lake with Dataflow's Gen 1, can you use one lake?
It depends.
So I wonder if it would actually let you like bind it to the ADFS URL piece. I'd have to try it, but that's the only way it would work is if it let you do that. But I don't think it's going to. Yeah, Alex is saying you can't because I think it's actually hooking into like your Azure, like listing your Azure subscription based on your Azure login, and so that's never going to be represented there from the Lake perspective. So the real answer is migrate to Dataflow's Gen 2. So and then you can leverage one Lake. It'd be amazing. Yes, and Alex helped work on a great article on the migration. So go check that out. I don't know, Alex, if you want to drop a link to it. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work, Johnny. And Alex said you can't. So, all right, Alex D. As we've deployed Fabric, we keep getting boxed in by workspace permissions, basically being all or nothing. Workaround is basically more workspaces, but create its own problems. Part 2. For example, SQL. What is EP? Isn't cross workspace?
Enterprise?
No.
I don't know.
What is EP?
Elastic Pool? I don't know. I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Endpoint. SQL endpoint.
My gosh, like that was a new one for me. Isn't cross workspace?
I've never heard this EP.
Endpoint isn't cross workspace. Well, so like on the SQL warehouse side, remember you can't reference other items in other workspaces, right? We need the 4-part naming to be able to do that. So are we alone? How come is this a problem for customers? Any chance we'll get relief? My understanding is they are working on 4-part names for the SQL Analytics endpoint, which would allow you to go cross workspace. I don't know what the timing is on that. But that's another one. Get your feedback in. It is a challenge.
What does he want to do?
So can you have like a warehouse or database in one workspace and then have other items in another workspace and reference? So like if I had 2 SQLs, or even doing the lakehouse representation, I can do that with 3-part name, but I can't do that with 4-part name. So you got to be in the same workspace.
Server.
Yeah.
He wants a linked server.
Yeah. Extended play. Everyone's coming up with the EP thing. Great. But yes, it is a technical challenge, and so get your feedback in. But I know that I want to say I'm pretty sure they're working on 4-part names, which will allow cross workspace. And his power just went out. Nice.
So sorry.
All right, Carey's got a question. This is a Patrick question. Easiest way to create an, I don't even know how to pronounce that, alluvial diagram in Power BI? I'll say it depends,
Carey,
and then pass that off to Patrick.
Neither one of us know what that means.
Oh, wait. I have an answer. Deneb.
There
you go. Mic drop.
She knows. Neither one of us. She knows we don't know what that type of diagram is. She's talked to us. She knows.
Yeah.
She knows.
Carey, did I get it right?
She knows.
That was at the level of an Alex question, is what that was. All right.
That's very good.
Yeah. Matthew, could we make it simpler with Kerberos? Would it just work then? It's like Kerberos. It just works. Absolutely. 100%.
It depends, Matthew. It depends.
It is always simpler.
No, because it depends.
Okay. All right. So we have 4 questions left in the queue, and these are folks that have already asked questions, so we'll roll through it. Copilot in Fabric Notebooks is not great. It's the first time I've actually heard feedback on Copilot in Notebooks. Plans for a fix this issue when Notebook cells raise an error. Oh, well, that's good feedback. It depends. I'd love to see a scenario. I'm sure we could probably easily create one. But yeah, and Alex is saying we'll share it with Nelly and Raj on the that side. Yeah. They're eager for feedback on notebooks. In terms of fix it on like a notebook cell, I know you're being a little broad there, but I know it'd be good to have some help on it. But think about all the scenarios on an error, like different types of errors you could get, and they could be fairly complex where that could be tough. But if it could give you some suggestions or things of that nature, that would be amazing. So ideas@fabric.microsoft.com. I'm happy you said that, though. That's the first time I've heard feedback on Fabric Notebook Copilot. I love it.
Thanks, Peter.
Johnny, why did they call them capacity units and not fabric units? Oof.
It depends.
Should have seen what they wanted to call it. Naming between marketing and business desk and folks like that is always a quandary of debate and I mean, sometimes it's a dartboard with multiple options. That's the one they hit. I don't know. I've never been allowed in that room when they make those decisions on naming. It's like the difference between data flows with and without a space, and they're actually different products. I don't know.
You know why they can't call it. I knew it. When you said fabric unit, I was like, you can't. Yeah, you can't. We can't call it that. You can't call it that. And you're going on and on. I'm like, no. It can't be.
Well done, Johnny. Well done, Johnny. I'm in my zone, man.
It's like when they asked him about the username, he was just gone. He was gone.
I was in the zone.
Very good, Johnny. Bravo.
Good job, Johnny.
Bravo.
You win. Oh my gosh. I guess we're just done with the stream.
Project Fork, man. This is Project Fork. You remember Project Fork?
Oh, I remember Project
Johnny
Fork.
remembers Project. How many FUs are required? 2. That's a good one.
How does throttling on FUs work?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's go on.
Okay, let's go. Stop it before we say something.
Bursting, throttling, and smoothing discussions. So, all right, Toma, can you run timesql against the Power BI desktop or the PBIX in localhost? If so, how does update syncs in real time? I thought we pushed that down to desktop because didn't we? There is it private preview or something else where it's gonna. I'm gonna stop talking because I may say too much. I thought it was
I'm not
there
sure.
though. Hang on. Let's head over to my desktop and try. And
Alex says yes. Double says yes.
I want to
He
say
says
yes. I want to say yes because I thought there was a preview option here. Hang on. Let's go look. Preview features.
It depends. It depends if Adam can get it to work. It depends.
Right there. It's a preview feature.
No, he said timesul.
No, I know, but
Timesul.
timesul's how you enable the timesul stuff.
Ah, okay.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it depends.
Yeah. So you got to have the preview thing, and make sure you're on the latest desktop. I remember going to a customer one time, and I was showing them all the new features, and they're just like, "Wait, why don't I see that?" I'm like, This was like in like March or whatever.
but if
So
it's
think
just a
March
read-
2024, and they're like, "Why don't I see that?" I'm like, "What build are you on?" "Oh, the March build." I'm like, and I go look, and I'm like, "Oh, that's March 2023." I'm like, "You're a little behind." Yeah, Casper, I agree. Power BI project stuff is better. Yeah. So, cool. Yes. Nice. All right. Good question. All right, Matthew's got another one. When will Fabric support SQL LP for higher volumes? What is LP? Lightning
I'm
projector?
done with these acronyms.
I don't.
But there's something else. we don't
Enlighten me
get.
on what LP is, because clearly I blew past the FU one. It was an EP joke.
Oh,
Okay.
it was the EP joke. Okay.
Okay.
Ah,
Okay.
okay.
Got it. All right. Sorry. we moved on from that. So it was probably timely at the point that it happened, and I just lost it. All right,
went
and
slow
then
today.
all right, Stephanie's got this is the last question in the queue. Stephanie asks, "What's your favorite holiday cookie?" It's Cookie Day over here. So I love sugar cookies, and I love snickerdoodles. What about you, Pat?
I don't like
like
holiday
cookies?
cookies.
What?
Holiday cookies.
And I like
holiday
shortbread.
cookies.
I like all the cookies.
It depends if they're not holiday cookies. Then I'll eat them.
Well, what if we just handed it to you and said they weren't holiday cookies, but they looked like a Christmas tree?
Then I won't eat it.
Yeah. Yes.
they
Oh,
have
yeah.
chocolate holiday
Mark
cookies?
is asking sugar cookie. So I found out like that's actually an American thing. Like over in Europe, like my understanding is like sugar cookies.
chocolate chip.
No, I
That's what
hate
I'm talking
chocolate
about,
chip.
Crystal.
I like chocolate chip without the chocolate pieces in it.
Hey, those chocolate chip cookies you had when you came to my place, you like those big ones.
Oh,
from
they were
Whole
good, but they were
Foods?
too chocolatey. Like I could have,
Oh,
they would have been
God.
better without the chocolate. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah.
yeah. And then I like all the cookies though. I'll eat chocolate chip. Don't get me wrong, but it's not the first one I'm gonna go to. Yeah, Oreos, holiday Oreos.
Yeah, Oreos. Yeah, those are good, Crystal.
All right, Stephanie, enjoy
Oh, we have another
the
question.
cookies. Yeah. We have. Well, I mean, is it really? It's not. We're kind of going off the rails
Yeah.
at this point. So
So Carey's like, what's a snickerdoodle? Carey's like,
oh,
what's a snickerdoodle?
snickerdoodles are amazing. It's like a sugar cookie, but with like cinnamon and like ginger.
Cinnamon and
Yeah.
stuff on it. Yeah.
All right, Johnny, has Adam had coffee today? Second cup, buddy. Second cup. That's why I was able to so accurately talk about username and user principal name.
And Sam.
And Sam. Well, but like you knew what the SAM account was. Oh, we did an interview yesterday. It was hilarious, and I brought up like the Sears and Roebuck catalog, and Patrick was like, "What are you doing?"
What is this?
Hilarious. All right, Alex. Since there's no December desktop, and so my question on that, Alex, I'm going to throw a question back to you because typically we skip the January desktop, and so there's no December desktop. So are we going to have a January desktop? Because normally we skip it.
Inquire, Adam. Huh? Nobody knows. Nobody knows.
We'll have to wait and find out. January, it's a mystery. It depends, right?
Yeah.
Looking back, what was your favorite release this year? Dark mode.
No, the DAX query view.
DAX query view was my runner-up.
Yeah, DAX query view. That was the. Yeah. That was it.
Yes,
Shout
Matthew.
out to Zoe.
Yes, Matthew.
Shout out to Zoe on that. It depends on who you ask about the which desktop release. It depends on.
Casper said PBIP. That was a good one too.
Okay. Yeah, that was a good one.
Alex, the freeze will be fun. Matthew's got the December 2024 build, so Microsoft employees have it. I think MVPs actually have it, but the general public does not because there was a freeze. Yeah. I don't know if anyone else put. Yeah, Matthew. It was truly dark mode. It would play Behemoth at top volume levels every time you enabled it. Well, that sounds like a good power hour. All right.
Good luck with that.
Yeah. Let's see here. All right, Paul. As an ISV with a Power BI app on AppSource, how can I deliver it to GCC tenants securely, prevent the dataset downloads, and avoid PBIT files without using B2B or embedded? Any creative workarounds? I mean, you want to do that via AppSource? Like, I don't know that you can with AppSource directly. And so the approach you mentioned is how you would go about it. I don't even, does GCC even have AppSource? I don't even know. This is part of the challenges on the GCC side is I don't actually have a tenant in GCC, so I can't see what is and what isn't available. I just assume nothing's available, and usually that's pretty good.
There's some things that's available.
Yeah, that was my thought, Paul. I don't think GCC has AppSource, and so you've got to just deliver it manually. So yeah, Paul's saying it to you. Matthew, good point. What
did Matthew say?
So he's saying it sounds like a great question for your partner manager that you work with as an ISV. So the partner team should be able to route that out for you. Yep.
Oh,
and then
look,
Alex is offering. Send him a message, PM him. Go to we can ask Teddy who owns that stuff, and we can see. But I don't think AppSource is available, so you've just got to go do it manually and do it that way. All right, user 457. Are the dark mode bugs being worked on? Filter pane not showing values. What? Hang on.
I'm sure they're working on it though. It depends.
Hang on.
Thank you, Kevin.
Hang on. We're gonna find out. We're doing this. We'll do it live. What? I don't know what you mean. User 457. I've got a filter.
Expand it.
Yeah.
Show him.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what's not working for you. So works on my end. Unless you got something else you're looking at. That was the filter pane. So yeah. The contrast on the values kinda hide them. What? No. The filter pane doesn't actually have the dark mode piece on it, so I don't understand. So, or you so I'm wondering. I don't know what you mean.
Well,
I mean, look at it, Mark. I'm like, it's right there on the screen. Like, I don't understand. All right. So you said Alex has this cover. It has issues. Okay, but I'd love to know what they are because the filter pane looks fine to me. So, but anyway.
It's okay.
Yeah, tell him
It's
Adam
okay.
sent you. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Jack, we'll do this as the last question. This is the last question in the queue. You got it. What are the best workshops to attend at FabCon 25? FabCon
I just
Vegas
told you.
25. Yeah, the Direct Lake one.
The Direct Lake one by Phil Seamark and myself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be crazy. It's gonna
Yeah.
be crazy.
Yeah. It's Patrick and Phil Seamark. What could be better? Actually, it's Patrick and Phil, and Adam's not in it. What could be better?
There you go.
There you go.
There you go. I don't even know all the workshops at FabCon, to be honest with you.
I don't either.
I don't.
That's because you're just thinking about yours, right? You don't have time to think about everyone else's.
I'm not gonna argue with that, but I'm going to look workshops. Let's take a peek before we go away. So you got
Okay, am I going to go over to your machine?
it's okay. Building an end-to-end lake house with Ginger. That could be a good one.
I'm going over
Here's
to
a good
Patrick's
one.
machine.
End-to-end data engineering, modern data. I'd like to attend that one actually.
Well, you should.
Ooh, this is another good one. Look, covering the DP 600 and 700. That's another good one. Hey, look at this. Fabric SQL database. Data engineering today. Whoa, all right. All right.
You really gonna
These
go
some
through
good
each one?
ones? No, I'm not. They're just pretty good. I was looking for mine. This is the one right here. I found it. This is the one you should go to. Found it.
Shameless plug. Yeah. So there's going to be a new workshop. Patrick is going to call Sam 101 for Fabric for
Yeah.
Jason. So Jason, you want to do it with me? We can co-present. Yeah, with a sprinkle of Kerberos on top, just to round it off.
It's funny.
Yeah. Cool.
I had some good speakers, man. Wow. We got a good lineup.
All right. So we made it to the end of the stream. Thank you, everyone. Again, thank you for the folks that contributed to our little fun video of the Mariah Carey song. I loved it. And so we will not have another live stream for 2024. So we'll be back in January. I'll get up on the community tab on the Guy in a Cube channel on YouTube. I'll put in like schedule information as we get closer to the first week of January and whatnot. So
Yeah.
but yeah, looking forward to it. Are you looking forward to it,
Yeah.
Patrick?
Yeah, happy holidays. Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm going to disconnect and, yeah.
Yeah. All right, Patrick, any closing words of wisdom?
Disconnect over the holidays.
Yeah, take the
That's
time.
what I was about to say.
Take the time.
Take the time. If it's available to you, don't work on Christmas Day. Don't open
Yes.
your computer on Christmas Eve, whatever, right? If you have time off, take the time off and go use the time off. That's what I say.
All right, everyone. Thank you so much, and
Peace.
Happy New Year, Happy Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever it is you celebrate. I wish you the best and to be safe
Yes.
and merry. And we'll see you all next year. Later.